I channel the Council of Nine. In order to fully experience and comprehend this, my suggestion is that you question your reality and then change it. Thunderwizard.com is the website that supports this channel. Please go check out all of the higher dimensional energy practices, personal mentorship, spiritual counseling, live Zoom group classes. My books can be found at michaelwilliamdenny.com. Most important thing I can ask you to do is to come to the free live guided interdimensional meditations that we do every Wednesday and Saturday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so in this video, I am going to attempt to channel the Council of Nine. So let me give you just a little bit of background before we get into that. So if you're new to this channel, in June of 2022, I did not believe in extraterrestrials. I was a spiritual teacher, I was a shaman, out of body experiences, energy practices, all of that. But I just did not believe that aliens could come to Earth because they're too far away. And what was really going on was that I had never experienced anything in a higher dimension. So the truth is that, yes, in the third dimension, it is very challenging for people to have, anybody to have that kind of technology. It turns out that even humans have that technology. You may not know about it, but it's been covered up. But I didn't believe in any of this. And in June of 2022, I did what is called CE5, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, as taught by Dr. Stephen Greer. And I did that, and I was very successful in communicating and connecting to higher dimensional extraterrestrial beings. And that started an initiation into their spirituality, which is still ongoing, but was absolutely intense for at least the first 6 months. Every single day, almost every single day, I was being visited and I was getting downloads and communicating with beings in other dimensions. I was astrally traveling to other dimensions. Higher dimensional extraterrestrials were coming in to my home on a nightly basis and doing energy work and hooking me up to what I believe to be higher dimensional spirit technology that allows me to stay in communication with them now. And I am not unaware of how crazy this sounds. My father was a physicist. I've got the equivalent of a PhD in university studies. I'm all about science and common sense, and So this is very crazy to hear this coming out of my mouth, but this has been my experience. And one of the first experiences I had very early on was I was visited by this gentleman here who called himself my brother. He showed up in a ruby red spherical, electric ruby red spherical ship that I saw out my window. Of course, once I saw it, it disappeared from sight, because if they leave themselves open, they can be shot down by humans. And so he was letting me know that this was a real thing. And among many of the things that he told me, he came to me and he said, "We are going to make you king of Earth." And I thought that was crazy, because how could one person be king of Earth? And so I was, asking him, what the hell are you talking about? And he said, not only are you going to be king of Earth, but you've been king of Earth before. And I couldn't make sense of that. And I thought I was losing my mind. I thought I was having delusions, and I was losing my mind. And he came to me one day, and very as close to shouting at me as they can get. They don't do that, but as close as they could. He was very insistent, and he said, it's extremely important that you believe what we're telling you about yourself. And in one of my nightly visits, actually, I can't remember when, there were so many things going on, but I was visited by some very powerful beings. And my room was filled with these beings of light. Of course, if I opened my eyes, I couldn't see anything. But if I closed my eyes, I could see these beings. And there was a bunch of them, and they said, we are the Council of Nine. And of course, I'm listening to that going, is this out of like a Star Trek movie? I mean, it just sounded so ridiculous to me. They said, we are the Council of Nine. And they began to tell me that the reason why they are insisting that I accept this idea that I'm the king of Earth is because you were a king a long time ago, and you had tremendous amounts of power. And because of some of the things that you did as king, you actually created the infrastructure for the Dark Force elite humans that are now running the earth. And it is important for your karma that you balance this out. And of course, none of that made any sense to me whatsoever. I thought I was losing my mind. And since then, if you've watched my channel, I have revealed what has been revealed to me, and I have emotionally connected to those memories. Now, I don't remember intellectually specific events or anything like that, but emotionally I remembered it. And now I have accepted what they've told me, which is that it is my job to balance. And this is what we're doing in these live guided interdimensional meditations. If you want to know why it's so important to me and why I really appreciate everybody that comes and does these, is because when we do these meditations, the power that I have been given in the astral realm is so that I can balance the imbalance that I helped to create. And so, anyway, I wanted to give you a little background on my experience with the Council of Nine. So I'm doing what I teach everybody to do. I do contrary action. I do the opposite of what my 3D instincts tell me to do. It is not something that makes me, I don't do this for ego. It is embarrassing. I'm not somebody that believes in channeling. I've downplayed it in most of my entire spiritual teaching career. And so this is an attempt for me to go beyond my ego and make myself available to be helpful to all consciousness and to the universe. So having said that, I have seen a ton of things online about the Council of Nine. Before I made this video, I thought, why don't I attempt to channel the Council of Nine? And I found out that I'm not the only person that has had experiences. Now, it doesn't mean I believe every single person who comes on there claiming to channel the Council of Nine. It's now a very popular concept. But the point I'm trying to make is that I haven't studied, I haven't researched, I don't know what other New Age people or other channelers are saying about the Council of Nine. So whatever's going to come out from me, whatever it is, whether it's my own mind or whether it's the Council of Nine, I'm here to tell you it is not a result of me studying what people think the Council of Nine is, because I have no idea what people are saying they are or what they do. I have very little. As soon as I started, I said I don't want to be influenced by any of that. So, Having said that, let's go ahead and get started. I already reached out to them before this video, and I felt their response, and so I believe that I do have their blessing. And to be honest, I'm a little afraid of what's going to come out, because it's going to probably be difficult for me to hear, and I'm going to really have to rein in my false humility in order to be able to share with you what they might say about me and about the work that we're doing. In any case, let's go ahead and get started. Hello, Mahadeva. We are deeply honored that you have asked us to communicate with your friends. They are also our friends. We are very concerned about what is happening on planet Earth at this moment. It is nothing that you need to be afraid of. It is the best human word to describe how we feel. We are very invested, and we have a great deal of emotional and spiritual investment in the Earth experiment. We want to thank you, Mahadeva, for what you have done to create this beautiful 3D soul empowering experiment that you have been very instrumental in creating. For those of you listening, Mahadeva is resisting this, but he is allowing us to say it. You can hear the emotion in his voice. This is his emotion, not ours. He is one of the beings who is responsible for creating this Earth experiment. He is a very powerful deity outside of the third dimension. He is one of the council members He is also a member of a very elite group of powerful light beings who act as guardians and protectors of consciousness in the universe. He is having difficulty expanding into this and remembering this, but he is cooperating with us right now. Be aware that he is not being possessed. He is choosing to interface with us, and he is choosing to share what we are telling him. Mahadeva was one of the guardians of consciousness who was instrumental in creating worlds where light beings can incarnate in different matrix densities where consciousness can be purified, much like if you take a lump of coal and under extreme pressure you will create a diamond. This is what happens with souls that incarnate in various density matrices. You listening to us are one of the most powerful beings in the multiverse. There are varying levels of soul densities on planet Earth, which is why some people have a stronger connection to what you perceive as spiritual things and why some people struggle. It is also true that some very powerful, very sensitive beings struggle in earth density because they are so used to the beauty and the purity of higher dimensions. Mahadeva is one of these, but we are going to share with you what has allowed him to survive the many challenges he has been through. And underneath all of his three-dimensional, as he calls it, fictional character, underneath all of this, he has a fierce commitment to every single one of you. On his deepest awareness, which he doesn't have access to in his human form. He knows who all of you are, and he has committed his entire existence to helping all consciousness evolve. He would never say this to you, but the truth is that he would sacrifice his life for any one of your soul's awareness. We have had to share with him his past life. He has shared with you some of the details. He was what you would consider to be a demigod back during Atlantis. And the events that took place were actually something that he had engineered on a higher level. But in order to incarnate, he had to not be completely aware of some of the details. And unfortunately, the result of that was when the earth crashed, as he put it, when the earth crashed, his commitment to all of the humans on earth was so intense that he allowed himself to be pulled down deeper into the reincarnation cycle. This is unfortunate because he could have accomplished what he wanted to at a higher level. The beings that you call the Lemurians, those were star seeds that came during your Kali Yuga, and they knew that this shift was coming, and this was their scheduled time to shift up to what you are calling 5D. Mahadeva was scheduled to shift up with them, but unfortunately, his emotional attachment to Earth and its people was so great, he allowed himself to be drawn down through the descending cycles. And as yet, if we go higher up the ladder of his consciousness, we are aware that this was also part of his plan at a much higher level. We are very interested in communicating to you the truth of your essence. The time has come to reveal to you who you are. Up until this point, all human religions have not revealed the entire truth simply because the density of third dimensional thinking does not allow the understanding for this. The only humans that came to this knowledge were seen as mystics or shamans, and in times past, these people were honored but misunderstood. But it is now time for all of you to be revealed who you truly are. You are the kings and queens of the multiverse. And we encourage you to listen to what Mahadeva teaches about releasing your third dimensional, lower vibrational attachments. His analogy of it being similar to a fictional character is very accurate. When you awaken to who you truly are, it will have no connection to your human memory. You will not be able to access these memories in your brain. At best, you might be able to access them emotionally. Mahadeva is one of the first beings that we have expanded his awareness and helped him to emotionally connect to these other existences. The 3D human mind has not been created to understand this, but the nature of the times that you are in and the very real danger that is looming in front of you as this shift is occurring has created an unforeseen event where we are having to reveal to humans in their third dimensional existence their true understanding, their true nature. And as Mahadeva puts it, you must expand beyond your third dimensional fictional character to understand it. We are here to help. There are infinite numbers of what you call extraterrestrials. These are beings who have chosen to incarnate in their particular form specifically so that in this lifetime they can be here to help you. And for the first time in this human experiment, humans are now able to connect to higher dimensional experiences and understandings without having to leave their third dimensional physical bodies. Mahadeva has explained this to you in detail. Listen to what he says. He is the first to have gone through this transformation. But this transformation is available to any who are open to it and are interested in it. There are no commands. You are not required to do anything. But for those that wish, we will assist your expansion and your awakening. The world that you call 5D is a place where you can exist in a higher frequency and simultaneously be a physical being while also having unprecedented access to your higher dimensional identity. That is why, from your perspective, higher dimensional beings are always seen as gods or angels. But this is what you are destined to become. There are so many things that we would like to share with you about what is coming for planet Earth, but even Mahadeva's mind is not able to comprehend it yet. And so we simply encourage you to continue to do the work. One of the best ways to understand how this works is to use the analogy that Mahadeva uses, which is that third dimensional matrix is like a virtual reality video game. The fact that he speaks on these terms is testament to why we have appreciated his incarnations, because he understands human life. And now it is our job to wake him up to the higher perspectives. The best way for you to understand what is happening is to understand that idea that the third dimension is a video game. It is a computer program. It is a simulation. It is a matrix. None of these actually truly describe what it is, but this is a very good and accurate understanding. And we are standing outside of the simulation. And as long as you are entrenched in the third dimensional frequencies, we cannot reach you. And so we need you to reach out in order for us to help. Make the effort to raise your frequency. And as you do that, that creates portals that allow us to reach to you and allow you to connect with and feel these energies that right now you are not able to sense or experience. Your understanding of the third dimension is what you have been projecting onto higher dimensional frequencies. And this is understandable, but it is false. When you go beyond your third dimensional confines, you will awaken only to higher frequencies of love, bliss, patience, peace, joy, camaraderie, equality. And this is your true nature, which is why human life can be so difficult and damaging, because your soul wants and yearns to go back to the infinite love and joy and bliss that is your original state of being. We have many more things to say. Mahadeva is becoming tired, so we are going to end our transmission at this time with you. Please know that we have incredible respect for you. We are honored to be in the same multiverse as you deities who have chosen this incredibly heroic path. Please know that all conscious beings in the multiverse have their eyes focused on you. And what is coming for you is so unbelievably beautiful. We are incapable of describing it in third dimensional terms. With that, we will leave you, and we encourage you to reach out to us as often as possible. Those of you who are studying with Mahadeva are indeed very lucky. We thank you, we love you, and we will be here whenever you would like to speak with us. All right, there's that. I gotta go fix my mascara. Gotta go powder my nose. Anyway, that was intense, and I'm gonna keep doing this for my own awakening, I guess. Anyway, I hope you like this. I hope it's educational for you. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Thank you, my friends. I love you all very much. If you would like to support the channel, if you like what we're doing, you can go to thunderwizard.com, subscribe. Please come to the live interdimensional meditations. We just had one yesterday. We're doing another one on Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We have the Atum meditation to become the ruling god of your universe. You can get that for free if you subscribe at the Warrior 90 Day Lightning Qigong or above. You can also go and find it at the shop at thunderwizard.com. It has very powerful seed sounds. A lot of people have gotten back to me, really enjoyed it. You can support the channel directly by going to support.thunderwizard.com. Watch the videos there. Herbs that will help your body to shift up to a higher frequency you can find at herbs.thunderwizard.com. It also supports the channel. And that's it. Okay. I love you all. Thank you very much. Please be very good to yourselves. And I will see you all very soon.